If there is one thing Netflix knows about anime, it is that the medium isn't the niche thing it was a few decades ago. These days, it is easier than ever to get into anime, and millions of fans in the US have done just that. The anime fandom has grown leaps in the last decade alone thanks to new streaming services, and Netflix has gotten on board with the program. However, that doesn't mean the site has all the series fans are desperate to binge. While Netflix has a slew of staples on its site, the streaming site is missing some key pieces of mainstream anime history. For newcomers looking to dive into anime, Netflix may be one of the first places they look thanks to its household status. However, if that is the case, then those curious fans may miss out on quintessential titles such as One Piece. Here at Comic Book, we're counting down just a few of the anime series Netflix needs to get on sooner rather than later. Sure, series like Inuyasha and Ouran High School Host Club have the site's spotlight, but the same cannot be said for other shonen classics. And that doesn't even touch upon mecha. You can check out our picks in the slides below and then hit up our comments to let us know which pick is your must-have of the bunch. So, which anime titles do you need an ETFLX to pick up ASAP? Let me know in the comments or hit me up on Twitter at MeganPetersB to talk all things comics and anime. When it comes to sports anime, few titles manage to bring out the vibrancy that Haikyuu does. The series may be all about a high school volleyball team, but its characters steal the show both on and off court. Shoyo Hanata's journey to become a recognized athlete bounces between highs and lows as his teammates rally behind him. With 3 seasons to date, it's about time Netflix you can read Amazon's synopsis of Season 1 below. Shoyo Hanata isn't a large guy, but he's got huge ambitions. Ever since seeing a small player score in a national championship, he's been determined to become the next big thing in high school volleyball. Unfortunately, the one time he was able to pull enough players together to form a team in junior high, they were completely trashed in the first and only match against a team led by up-and-coming Setobiyo Kageyama. Now, enrolled at the same high school where his idol once played, Shoyo's finally going to get his shot to join and play with a top team. There's just one problem. Setobiyo Kageyama's also decided to attend the same school, and he's already considered one of the best players in the game. Can a kid out of nowhere hold his own against the king of the court? Or could the rivalry and competition actually be the best thing for both of them? Get ready for a knockdown, throwdown, ultimate showdown. Barrage of volleys, spikes and blocks as Shoyo leaps for the glory and Kageyama aims for the stars in HARKYU. Photo, Sunrise. When it comes to mecha anime, there are classics and then there is Mobile Suit Gundam. The 1979 show helped popularize the genre that has since become one of anime's defining features, and it is expanding still today. While the original Mobile Suit Gundam anime may not be the highest rated of the franchise, its place in history is impossible to deny, and Netflix would be wise to share that piece of mecha storytelling with fans in the US. You can check out Amazon's synopsis of Season 1 below. Universal Century 0079. A rebel space colonies of the Principality of Zeon launch a war of independence against the Earth Federation, using humanoid fighting vehicles called mobile suits to overwhelm the Federation forces and conquer half of Earth's surface. Months later, the Federation has finally developed its own prototype mobile suits at a remote space colony. But when the colony suffers a Zeon surprise attack, these new weapons fall into the hands of a motley crew of civilians and cadets, and fate places a youth named Amuro Ray at the controls of the white Mobile Suit Gundam. Supernatural shows should be something every anime fan looks into, and it's hard to overlook Yu Yu Hakusho when the conversation starts. Classic series stands as one of Shonin's top 90s titles, and for good reason. Yusuke Urameshi might have been a teenage punk, but the arc he goes after being made into a spirit detective changes him as much as it can change fans. So, even if you are in it for the ghost scares, Yu Yu Hakusho is an anime that is in desperate need of Netflix's attention. You can check out Amazon's synopsis of Season 1 below. From cutting classes to brawling in the streets, Yusuke Urameshi is not your typical role model. In fact, this kid's nothing more than a 14-year-old delinquent with a talent for trouble. But in a single selfless act, Yusuke dies while saving another. For such noble sacrifice he is given a second chance at life, but it's to be a life far different than the one left behind. Now a spirit detective, the young man must track down demons and humans alike who desire to rule over the three realms of reality. Photo A1 Pictures. What do you get when the worlds of period pieces and demons mix? Well, when it comes to anime, you end up with Black Butler. The Gothic-inspired series mixes the best of mystery drama with heart-pounding action. Seal Phantomhive may just be a kid, but the heir will go so far as selling his soul to a demon named Sebastian if it means getting revenge against those who destroyed his life. Netflix has yet to buy into the license, but fans of Sleuth series would love the site to pick it up. You can check out Amazon's synopsis for Season 1 below. Seal Phantomhive is the most powerful boy in all of England, but he bears the scars of unspeakable suffering. Forced to watch as his beloved parents were brutally murdered, Seal was subsequently abducted and violently tortured. Desperate to end his suffering, the boy traded his own soul for a chance at vengeance, casting his lot with the one person on whom he could depend, Sebastian, a demon butler summoned from the very pits of hell. Together they'll prowl the darkest alleys of London on a mission to snuff out those who would do evil. They're a rare sight, these two, the butler who dismembers with dazzling cutlery, and the young master who carries the devil's marking. Rest assured that wherever they may be headed, it'll be one hell of a ride. Hunter x Hunter may be on hiatus, but there is always a chance to revisit its anime. If you have not kept up with the series, you need to know Hunter x Hunter is often regarded as one of the best completed shonen shows out there. Filled with big villains and a family of assassin, any self-professed shonen enthusiast needs to check out Hunter x Hunter, so it would be great if Netflix helped audiences do that. You can check out Amazon's synopsis for Season 1 below. Gon is a young boy who dreams of following in his father's footsteps to become a hunter. But first he must pass the notoriously difficult and dangerous hunter qualification exam. Throughout his journey, Gon overcomes many obstacles while making new friends along the way. Dragon Ball Z is one of the most recognizable shows on Earth, and probably beyond. The shonen rose to fame in the 1990s when it came to the West, and Son Goku has yet to release its grip on fans. To date, Netflix has yet to nab any Dragon Ball anime, so the nostalgia bomb fans would get streaming the anime on the site would hit harder than a spirit bomb. You can check out Amazon's synopsis of Season 1 below. The Saiyans are coming. The last survivors of a cruel warrior race, these ruthless villains have carved a path of destruction across the galaxy, and now they have set the sights on Earth. They will stop at nothing until they have the wish-granting powers of the 7 magic Dragon Balls for their very own. With the fate of his family, friends and the entire human race hanging in the balance, Goku, the Earth's greatest hero, must rise to meet the approaching threat. As he prepares for the fight of his life, Goku embarks on an epic journey that will take him to other worlds, pit him against new and old enemies alike, and force him to confront the dark secrets of his own past. At the end of his path, the most powerful opponent he has ever faced awaits. The evil Saiyan Prince Vegeta. Yuri on Ice has been quiet for a while, but the smash hit isn't hanging its skates just yet. With a movie on the way, now is the perfect time for Netflix to license its first season for fans. Not only does the sports anime give a gorgeous take on figure skating, but it breaks boundaries with its LGBTQ content. Yuri on Ice gives desperately wanted representation to fans looking for a healthy, adorable gay couple, and it just so happens the men are impossibly good at skating. You can check out Amazon's synopsis for Season 1 below. Big dreams, a shared passion. On the ice, they call it love. After suffering a humiliating loss at the Grand Prix final, Japan's #1 skater, Yuri Katsuki, is ready to hang up his skates for good. Taking time off from competition, he re-evaluates himself and his passion, only to return home with no medals, zero confidence, and no reason to return to the ice. That is, until Viktor Nikiforov, his idol and 5-time gold medal champion, appears with his surprising offer. He wants to be Yuri's new coach. But this news isn't sitting well with others in the skating world, and Yuri must push himself to prove that he's worthy of Viktor's attention, starting by facing Russia's rising star, Yuri Plazetsky. With new routines, the aid of his family and friends, and Viktor's undying support, Yuri will discover more about himself and his feelings within. With Viktor close by his side, Yuri will find the true meaning of victory. My Hero Academia is climbing the anime ranks to become the go-to anime these days. The superhero story has captured fans worldwide, prompting Izuku Midoriya to become one of the most popular heroes, period. Netflix has a keen interest in comic-inspired material thanks to its Marvel titles, so it only makes sense that the site would lean in for a license to 1 or 2 seasons of My Hero Academia. So, if the site could get on that acquisition, users would be grateful. You can check out Amazon's synopsis for Season 1 below. It's an exciting age of heroes, where most people develop supernatural abilities known as quirks. Bright-eyed kids like Izuku Midoriya, Deku for short, dream of the day they become champions of the people. There's just one little problem standing in Deku's way. In a world full of heroes, he's quirkless. Crushed but not down for the count, this superhero fanboy dedicates his time to studying the pros in hopes that he, too, can join a prestigious high school for heroes. In the face of despair, Deku's courage catches the eye of his ultimate idol, the symbol of justice known as All Might. With special training from the big guy himself, Deku and the talented first years of the academy may finally have a shot at achieving their dreams. But these amateurs are put to the test of a lifetime when routine training becomes a battle against real villains. You can't talk about important anime without bringing up Cowboy Bebop. The space western is consistently ranked as one of the medium's best stories to ever go live, and many say Cowboy Bebop is one of television's finest works, period. Its gritty aesthetic, iconic soundtrack, and surprisingly complex themes have made Cowboy Bebop into a must-see series. So, what better way to attract new fans than to get the anime on one of the biggest streaming sites out there? You can check out Amazon's synopsis for Season 1 below. Explore the galaxy in this undeniably hip series that inspired a generation, and redefined anime as an indisputable art form. The Bebop crew is just trying to make a buck, and they're the most entertaining gang of bounty hunters in the year 2071. Photo, TOEI Animation. Zero comments. If Netflix could do a solid for anime fans, it would be to get One Piece on its site after all these years. The show is the most well-known anime worldwide, but its visibility in the US has waned compared to newer shonen series. Over in Japan, Netflix recently acquired a license for One Piece, allowing fans to binge all its many episodes through a single service. If the site could embark on such a mission for international fans, the Straw Hat crew would find a sharp surge in crew applications, that's for sure. You can read Amazon's synopsis for Season 1 below.